Hi everybody. Just one thing that I would like you to go through with your students this week, the sooner the better, and it has to do with their Google Calendar. Now, all students have Google Calendar and they all use it to varying degrees. The cool thing about Google Calendar is that it should be connected to their Google Classroom so that when you post assignments and due dates in Google Classroom, your students should see it in their Google Calendar. But chances are they're not. And I'm going to go through a few steps that you can go through with your students to get them to link those two together. First, looking at my Google Calendar, you see on the left-hand side I have my list of calendars. Now, your students, if they are sophomores, juniors, and seniors, probably have a ton of old Google Classrooms still linked to their calendar. So the first thing you want to do with your 10th, 11th, and 12th graders is ask them to go through and update or get rid of any old calendars that they no longer need to be subscribed to. One that they don't want to get rid of is the KHS main activities calendar, so don't let them delete that one. But let's say, for example, this Google Calendar I would like to delete, so I just click on this X here and then I remove the calendar. Okay, so they're going to need to go through and delete a lot of old calendars. Now, your freshmen won't need to delete anything, but you want to make sure that they have all of their Google Classrooms. And this is where we're running into an issue, where their Google Classrooms for this year are not linking with their calendar. So here's what you want to do. Once this has been cleaned up and all the old ones are done away with, have your students open up a tab and go to their Google Classroom. Have them click on their Google Classroom and then go to the Classwork tab. In the Classwork tab, you'll see that it says Google Calendar here. Click on this and you'll have, it says Add Calendar and you want to add it. And you'll do that for every single one of your classes, and then it'll show up over here. So again, you'll go back to your Google Classroom, click on your little hamburger here, and just go to the next Google Classroom, go to Classwork, and do the same thing. If they're already enrolled in it, or they're already subscribed to it, I should say, when they click on this, it'll just take them straight to their calendar and it won't ask them to add it because they really already have it. So you want to make sure that by the end of the period, they have updated all of their calendars. They are now enrolled in all of their, or subscribed, I should say, to all of their Google Classroom calendars. They've deleted any ones from previous years, and they definitely want to make sure that they've kept this KHS main activities calendar. If for some reason your students have deleted this one by mistake, it's really easy to get to it again. Go ahead and have them open up another tab. They're going to go ahead and go to the Kingsburg High School website, and when they get there, they're going to click on calendars. When they click on calendars, they'll see the main activity calendar show up. This is the main activity calendar. And at the very, very bottom, it has this plus sign. And that, if you click on it, will add this Google Calendar to your list of calendars. A really good calendar for the students to have because it gives them the odd and even days. It tells them different things about the schedule that are happening. So a really important calendar for them to have. It would also be a good idea to take a moment and talk to your students about what they're seeing on their screen, how they can change their view from week to day to month. Lots of different options for them. I find week to be the most useful for me. You can also navigate from week to week by clicking back and forth on here. And if you get lost in the month somewhere, you can always click on the Today button to bring you back. And then, of course, you can navigate a month at a time right here. And then just click on the day that you want, and it'll get you there. Click back to today to bring you back to today. So Google Calendar is an incredibly powerful tool. We want to encourage our students to use it, but we need to make sure that they actually have all of their stuff linked so that it is the most useful tool for them. If they want to add a calendar, for example, I have a family calendar that I've added that's separate from my school business calendar. They can go down to the bottom right here and they can click the plus sign and add another calendar. So a lot of different things that they can do with Google Calendar. If you could go through this with your students this week, that would be wonderful. Thank you so much. If you need any help or have any questions, just let me know. Have a good one.